Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is NURUL FAKHIRA Binti Zulfian. My matric number is S57732. I live in Bido, Perak. I am here to present my participation in CITRA's program during this whole semester 1 session 2020-2021. I hope all my explanation will be so clear and understandable. Here is my overview of the presentation. The three elements that I chose are kerohanian, komunikasi, and keusahawanan. The reason why I chose these three is me myself, I tend to engage in those following elements. Let me begin my presentation with the first element, which is kerohanian. The title of the program is Ceramah Maulidur Rasul that had been organized by the committee member of Masjid Al-Maghfirah Matriculation College of Perak. The objective of the program is correcting what the spread of false hadith and sunnah related to the Prophet Muhammad. There were many activities that had been held during the program, such as stated on the slide. But the most interesting program is the speaker briefly explained about the difference of relationship between missing the Prophet and missing the people we love, such as mother and father. The reason why I think this is the most interesting, because back then I assumed that we will have difficulty missing people that we have never met, or in other words, people who was not lived in our time. All in all, regarding from this program, I can know the best way to keep remembering our Prophet, and as a good Muslim, we should not spread anything that is not sure, especially related to our religion, for the sake of well-being. The second program's title of element kerohanian is Keluarga Toksik Sempurna Tapi Tak Bahagia. The organizer of this program is Ikram Selangor, and it was being held on Facebook Live. The objective of this program is give exposure to the community about characteristics of toxic family. The activities that still rent free in my mind is where one of the panel explained about coping mechanism that can be classified into two, which are positive and negative. For real, that was my first time heard about the mechanism that can be defined as an adaptation to environmental stress that is based on conscious or unconscious choice, and that enhances control over behavior or gives psychological comfort. In other words, the strategies that people often use in the face of stress or trauma to help manage painful or difficult emotions. This mechanism can help people adjust to stressful events while helping them maintain their emotional well-being. And guess what? Me myself straight away keep practicing the coping mechanism as after I joined this program. To conclude, by joining this program, I can improve the way on how to communicate with family members, especially with our parents, and as an educated citizen, society should always be sensitive to the environment. Therefore, toxic families in each family can be controlled. The next element is komunikasi. The title of the program that I had been joined is The Influences of Food in Healthy Diet that had been organized by Food Science Club UNT. It had been held on Cisco Webex Meet. The objective of this program is to provide awareness to emphasize nutrition practices all day. There are several activities that have been held, but I am interested on this one slot which the panel lists other activities that affect healthy eating habits, such as having sufficient time sleep and frequent leisure activities. This is because nowadays, people only think about their food intake, but the ignorance towards their time sleep is quite high. This had been highlighted towards the teenagers nowadays, especially university students that are likely to always burn the midnight oil. As a student, you must know that having sufficient time sleep is also one of the bad things that can affect our healthy eating habits. However, to have a healthy body outside and inside, I need to always know the nutrient content that contained in every food taken. In addition, I want to share this one sentence that I think it is worth to make as a side knowledge, which is not all processed foods are bad, because some can make it easier for us nowadays, especially to people who involved in camping activities. The second program's title for my element komunikasi is Forum Perbahasan Isu Semasa Bola Sepak that had been organized by Majlis Mahasiswa Anak Pahang Mampan UNT on Google Meet. The objective of this program is to talk about current issues regarding national football players as well as overseas. The activities that had been held were talking about winning is either depends on the goalkeeper or the credibility of the football player himself, make a positive comparison between domestic football leagues with abroad, talk about the techniques of a football player that be able to defeat the opponent. One thing that I feel so grateful participating in this program is I had been exposed to some extent related to football. The advantages of this program is all the participants had been given the opportunity to give our own opinion about football. The most intense was when it comes to thought where we can argue about the credibility of each football team, and at this time, the meeting seemed so noisy because all the participants were communicating with each other about their own argumentation. Hence, I can assume that I will not forget this program since this is my first time joining program that related to football. As a girl that have zero knowledge about football, I feel so excited that I can learn some terms that are often used in football matches, such as offside, penalty, goalkeeper, tiki-taka, and golden goal. I was able to exchange views on football with other participants who involved in this debate forum. Finally, the last element, which is keusahawanan. The title of the program is Entrepreneurship for Beginners and had been organized by Eventbrite Entrepreneur Hackathon webinar. The objective of this program is guiding young people who want to train themselves in entrepreneurship field. There were several activities that had been held, such as stated in slide, but the most interesting activity is when the slide named Applause Ask Yourself, where the speaker asked all the participants with several questions. Either we can be patient with any resistance or challenges that to be faces as an entrepreneur. Apart from that, it was an exciting slot because we as the participant could actually realize our abilities, neither disabilities in ourselves. Thus, regarding from joining this program, I could get to know the right techniques to get started in business, and basically, creative marketing techniques can actually affect increase and decrease of our business. Besides, as a dedicated entrepreneur or as a dedicated entrepreneur to be, we have to know that patience is an important element that must be in every young entrepreneur. The second program's title for my element keusahawanan is Webinar Literasi Keuangan that had been organized by Kementerian Pengajian Tinggi on Facebook Live. The objective of this program is to guide youth in planning money management with the right methods, guided by clever techniques. There were 3 main slots, such as financial fraud, the latest trends and preventive measures, prudent financial management, live in harmony, follow the flow, and education fund, save or borrow. Among these 3, I am so interested with the third slot, follow the flow and education fund, save or borrow, because it was so related to me as a student since I am taking the PTPTN's loan to pay my education fees. In this slot, the panelist was briefly explained on how to manage the loan with the right way. The purpose is to prevent us, the student, from spending the money extravagantly. Hence, money management requires us to have high knowledge so that we are not easily deceived to the negative direction. As a youth, we need to have savings to use on future emergencies because the main focus of storage is not to get much, but how to manage when we get money. Anyway, this is the summary of the process for me to complete the presentation. First, join the program, bear in mind the details of the program such as the date, the time, and the location. Second, jot down the input. Make sure to make some notes on the important input so that we can be able to read back anytime and anywhere. Third, settle down the form. Submit the 2 forms, which are JKB001 and JKB002, and also the proof of the participants to my lecturer, which is my mentor. And fourth, presentation. Set up the PowerPoint slide and record myself presenting the slide to my mentor. This is the tabulation of the data where I will tick straight away every time when I had done participated in any program that related to my CITRA. Here is a bar chart of comparison my improvement before and after participated in all the programs. In general, I can say that me myself at the end of semester 1 is better than me myself on the early of semester 1. In short, I would like to say thank you to all the people who helped and guided me through all the process. First, my mentor, Captain Apandi, that always reminds all his mentees from time to time in WhatsApp group. Second, my friends, classmates that always share with me about the upcoming program. And third, of course, my family, parents and siblings that always respect my time by not disturbing me joining all the programs. Last but not least, thank you. Any deficiency, kindly inform me so that I can improve my presentation to be better. Assalamualaikum.